We are now going to talk about how you can rewrite your PLR products in order to make them stand out from the crowd so that nobody will know it comes from the same PLR. So it's going to be completely different from everyone else's product. And that's the key, because you'll minimize your refund rate, because people won't buy your product, realize it's the same as someone else and say, well, I don't need that, or it's similar, so they'll get a refund. So firstly, you need to get some new graphics. At the bare minimum, you need a product graphic or a front page to your book or something like that. If you're using graphics on your web page, get those done as well. You're going to need them sorting so that they're different too. Won't cost you a lot of money to do. You can find a decent graphics designer to do a whole mini site for probably around $50 if you search around a little. Well worth doing. But if you don't redesign the graphics, people are going to know it's the same. You may be tempted to use the same graphics and change the text. It's not going to fool people. They're still going to realise it's the same. You want very different graphics, different colour scheme and everything, because you really want it to stand out. You want to add an introduction if there isn't one there. If there is, you want to edit it and change it and make it unique and focus it towards what you want the product to be about. So that's quite important to edit that as well. You want to add and change a disclaimer, and also if it's got a front page with a graphic on it and title, change that as well. Change the layout, change the way it looks to make sure it looks unique, and there's no way people are going to look at it and go, well, that looks rather like that other product. But adding a disclaimer again breaks up the text and makes it a little bit different, makes it stand out from the crowd. So again, people will read through the disclaimer and it will distract them from the fact that it's a PLR product. So change the disclaimer, put your own unique one on there, or add one in there. I'd also recommend changing or adding the table of contents. So if there is one in there, change the format a bit, change the width of it, change the style of it, or something like that so it looks different. If there isn't one, add one in, because that's going to make people's lives a lot interesting. It's an extra page, and again, it takes away from the fact it's a PLR product that's being reused. I would also recommend that you change the chapter heading names. This will be reflected obviously in the table of contents. But if you change the chapter heading names, what this is going to do for you is people won't realise that your chapters are the same. So what you can do is swap them around. If it's appropriate, change the order of them. Add a couple of extras if you can, if it's appropriate, if there's a content, but make sure you change the names. And if there's any references in the text to any of the chapters, again, make sure you change those references to make sure it's all consistent. And doing this is literally one thing you do that will completely distract people, because if they go through and they see it's exactly the same headings all the time, then they're going to sit there and go, well, it's the same. But if it's all the different headings and it's in a different order and there's a couple of extra ones, they're not going to realise that it's the same content. And again, you're adding value by giving them a unique product. As I said, if possible, add new chapters and move them around. This will give a confusion effect in that people won't realise it's the same product whilst making it unique. It's going to make it into your own product, and that's what you're after. Then I'd recommend you rewrite the existing content, read it through and edit it. You want to do it by about 50%. Add new content as well, change the order of it, change the wording and so on. What you'll find is some PLR isn't very well written. Some of it is written in a very wordy way in order for the PLR author to be able to say, yes, it's a 10,000 word book, when in reality if they wrote it in plain English, you'd find it only be, say, 5,000 words. So rewrite it, make it into decent quality English that's easy to read, easy to understand, and that's going to make a big difference. You can either write unique content for it, take articles, either your own or PLR articles, rewrite those and put them in there, or take other content from PLR products and put it in there and rewrite them. I mean, this really speeds up product development. You just mangle it all together into the right order, you put it in the right order in the book, rush through it and rewrite it, and you've got a new product. You can do this whole process in less than a day. It isn't difficult to do, doesn't take a lot of time. And particularly if you buy high quality PLR, then you're going to find it's a lot quicker for you to do. But present it in your own style. You're rewriting it to make it you. If you've got a particular style, write in that, or particular persona that you want to project, write in that style. You don't want it to be in this very formal presentation that many PLR products are. You want it to be in a nice, natural, chatty style that's really very approachable for people. So write it in your own personal style, but only if it's appropriate for your target market. If your personal style is arrogant, like say the rich jerk, and you're writing a product for people who aren't very confident or want to be more assertive, it's probably not going to work. Likewise, if you're going for something like the dating niche or the rich jerks type market, and you write in a wishy-washy weak way, you're not going to appeal to people. So you've got to make sure that whatever style you're writing in is a style that your target market is going to appreciate and understand and want to hear. Make sure that the product delivers on its promises. Make sure that their problems and pains are addressed with solutions that work and are easy to understand and follow. Quite often PLR isn't very easy to follow and read through, and when you rewrite it you can make it much more sequential, much easier to follow, and much more flowing much more logically. And if you can do that, then you can make sure you address their problems. You're going to have a killer product on your hand that's going to do really, really well. But the key throughout is, if you understand your market, is to focus on their needs. What do they want? What do they need? What are their problems? What are their solutions? Focus on giving to the market exactly what it is they want, and that will make it the great product that you want it to be. If you don't rewrite PLR, you're going to struggle to make the most money possible. We talked about this in the previous video. You're not going to maximize your value. Many people do not bother rewriting PLR products. They just stick them up on the website as is, think that will do, I'll make a few sales. And all they're doing is competing with the hundreds of thousands of other people that may well have it, that are also competing on price. By doing what we talked about in this video and rewriting it and adding value with some of the steps from the previous video, what you will do is create a unique product that has a much better chance of selling in the marketplace, and therefore making you maximum profit. And at the end of the day, that's what you want.